Hello beauties, how are you? I wanted to jump on and record a transmission. I've had a really strong message since last night, and I actually put it on Facebook, but then it's literally like a reel. It's a very quick one, and I sort of tried to get up, move on, and actually it's like, no, this is something that we could do with just spending a moment with. So I'm going to go a bit deeper. The message is an old timeline has already collapsed quicker than your old identity. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's like somebody's made a wish and not really thought about the fact that, or not expected it to fully land or be available so quickly. 111. That brings me to a reminder of the power of this week, right? We are in unprecedented times of expansion. Like, this is always a really good window to focus in on what we wish to see more of, be more of, experience more of, like super speed manifestation. So that's already the case. Add to that, we're at the catalyst year, the tipping point of a new reality. So it's like supercharged, right? And I'm sure that you can all feel this in your own ways. How, whatever you've been focusing on, like the last few days, I've been really smiling to myself and like panning my consciousness out to the mass collective, which I don't do very often because it's not something that I like to tune into on a regular. It's like turning on the news, isn't it? Death by news, death by toxification. So, you know, I don't really go there that often. But I do, honestly, I'm so alive with this new energy right now. I feel like shaking people, like when they're not showing any signs of recognition. Like, have you been living under a rock? How can you not feel something and question what that is? How do you not ask any questions about the human experience and why we're all here and what the point of it all is? Like, it baffles me. And it's not a judgment because my mum's like it. My mum actually admitted to me, God love her, as innocent as a child. And my mum's elderly now. But she actually said to me a couple of years ago that she has never wondered why she's here. But she doesn't ask deep questions about herself or life. And I was just like, wow, I just don't get that. Like, we couldn't be any more different in that way. But it was a beautiful moment because I just accepted her. 333 then, bless her. I just accepted her in that moment with compassion for what she is. And she was so innocent the way that she said it. But my mum's like 83 and she's had her life in that way in terms of her soul lessons, and what she chooses to realise and feel at this moment is the sort of winter of her life. But when it comes to people that are still vital and alive in the world and still active and with an inquiring mind, like, how can you not feel or ask what's going on right now? So when we become conscious of something that's happening in real time and we participate with it, then the power is amplified, right? So that's naturally happening in the background. Somebody's made a wish, and the message is that the energy of it, the offering from the universe, the resource, the opportunity, the connection, whatever that is already present in your field. It's already here. The mind did not expect expectations. The mind hasn't caught up. It's happened too quickly for the mind. Timelines, the old timeline, in other words, who and where you were in your consciousness when you made the wish, even if that was only an hour ago, it's collapsed out, it's done, it's gone. But your mind hasn't caught up, so you're still thinking, living in the identity of yourself that made the wish. The body hasn't caught up, the mind hasn't caught up, the consciousness, it's done. So someone needs to close the gap, and this is why it's really important and a lot of people are talking about self-concepting now. I've been talking about it for a couple of years. I was very guided through my own journey to a process which was essentially self-concepting. It was an intuitive process, and it helped me to solidify the identity of myself that was already walking in the spaces, the environment, and the version of myself that I truly wished to be, that I knew was truly more myself. But I had to birth her through me. And one way to do that, to run alongside letting go of the old, we have to invest our attention in what we're stepping into, to really expand that identity. Because then we immediately are identifying less with the old one, which we are attached to. We are, because we've always lived with her and she has served us, and we constructed her for survival. We constructed her perfectly to do what we needed to do to get by, but we're not in survival anymore. We're being asked to embrace what it means to thrive. What does it mean for us individually to thrive? And a lot of us may be feeling this little tickle of the new and going, oh, yeah, actually, yeah, I want that, or I wish to experience that, or I've had enough of that and I'm going to move towards this. So somebody's had that impulse, somebody's had a spark, and because it's based on a true soul desire and something you really deserve, and deep down you do know that, it's literally available right now. But I can feel a bit of a wobble in the field, a bit of a ooh. And there may even be something that you need to do or let go of or embody a bit more. You've got to step up a little bit, really, to fully receive it. Can you receive what you've asked for? And this brings us to the feminine, doesn't it? The reclamation of the feminine within all of us. Can we allow ourselves to truly receive what we desire? Because it's a different thing to just sending out a wish. We then have to be the version of ourselves that holds that, because we have true self-worth. And we're like a full F, yes, this is what I've come here to experience. I desire it because it's in alignment with my soul. It's what my soul wants to experience. It will bring me fulfillment, satisfaction, joy. And I deserve that by birthright. So let's fucking do it. So that energy pushes the will behind things as well to make it happen. But whatever's happened here, whatever you've wished for, it's not that far out in terms of, it's nothing, it's what we all deserve. It's either around love or an opportunity, or maybe an experience. But whatever it is, the energy of it is present in your field right now. So close the gap. There's a gap between who you are, who you were when you made the wish, and the version of you that's already living that and already experiencing it. In some way, there's a gap. I can feel a little bit of fear around something. So do the work to close the gap. Feel into the version of yourself that doesn't have that fear, that's already stepped through it, that is experiencing the freedom on the other side of it. Breathe into that. feel what it would feel like right now to already have that thing, be doing that thing, be in that place, be doing that job, but whatever that is, it's present right now in your body. There you go, boom. And just sit for a moment and feel what that would feel like. And does it bring up any tension or resistance in the body? And if so, just recognize that, make contact with where you feel it, and breathe and affirm how wonderful it is to experience your wish fulfilled. Wow, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. It makes me feel so free. I'm so grateful to feel this freedom, to have made that choice. And just allow yourself to feel the satisfaction, the fulfillment, the joy, the pleasure, whatever it is that thing ultimately you want from it. And the more you do that, your body settles into, you've already got it. So there's no resistance anymore because you're already living it. You're already feeling it in your cells. So that's the way you can close the gap. And just play with that as well. Like, what a beautiful, there's nothing better to do as an energetic or imaginative process. It's play. Let me just play with being in that energy for 5 minutes. Shut my eyes. I'm already there. It's already done. I'm buzzing. I'm loving life. Thank you. I'm so grateful. There's something about just a little tweak as well. It's not really deep. It's more like a excitement but it's tinging into fear. So it's not really deep. Just really claim it. There's something about claiming it emotionally, mentally. Little adjustment. Once you do that and close that gap and accept that the old timeline, it's literally that magical that it's appeared already, which is really exciting as well. There's something about recognizing that. Then you're going to be able to perceive that resource, that opportunity, that connection, that thread that is present in your field. 12:22 when I opened my eyes then. So yeah, that's really exciting. I've gone a bit weird in the last few days because, and it's so, I'm just going to share this now actually, why not? I've been feeling into the frequency, the essence of this I can feel like a new lease of life, like this new energy, whatever. It's very hard to put a word on things sometimes, but like it's coming through my body and it's actually finding parts of me that have been asleep. The other day I felt a rush of like an excitement, but it was beyond anything I'd felt in years. You know, like that feeling, say when you're really young or you're a teenager, or I don't know, and you're out with your mate and you're doing something probably that you shouldn't be doing, or you just have a touch, you find something, you come across something, and you're just like, wow, yeah, that was a real touch. And you're both absolutely buzzing, just pure present. There's nothing on your mind, just pure present, buzzing with life. And suddenly, you know, that feeling that there's a whole new world of opportunity that just opens up. Like that's the sort of feeling that I have not had that much in my adult life, let me tell you. Like that feeling for me is buried deep, like a true free in the moment presence with pure excitement for the promise of life. Like it's come through me the last few days in a different way, and I'm like, whoa. And trying to feel into, or just allowing myself to feel into the frequency of that, the essence. And it's so full, it's hard to describe in any other way than just pure Kundalini, life force that charges every area of life, every area of your psyche, of your body, and opens up new levels of pleasure and experience and fun. Is it not time that we had some fun? It's not something you can just turn on, because we've had to struggle a lot. A lot of us have forgotten how to just be. And it's all this work here, isn't it? Because the mind has become so obsessively controlling that we've forgotten how to be in a pure, true state of presence with nothing in the mind, and just in pure receivership with the moment and the expansion. So that's all available in this new, it's like a valve has been opened, and this new surge of solar light, I guess, life force itself. But it's felt through the mother, the kundalini, the earth, the body. Like it's really beautiful. And through this surge, which is essentially just pure, it's like the stem cell, energetic stem cell, it's just pure life force. How that comes through the body is unique to your unique form and makeup and medicine and gifts and blueprint. It surges through all of us and wants to be expressed as new ways of creativity. I keep feeling for all of us that there's going to be a real urge to express our creativity in a new way. A lot of us have forgotten how to be creative. We've forgotten what we even truly like to do just for the fun of it. And I was really shown this the other day in a completely different way, but because expression for the sake of beauty, for the sake of art, for the sake of just because it feels good, just because it's a celebration of the movement of life and the creative force of the universe. We're coming back to that urge of the muse, of the artist. That's why a lot of us, more of us, are riding a wave of allowing ourselves to speak. The voice is a huge expression of creativity, right? In many different ways. So this push-pull to find and express and experience new or old ways to creatively express ourselves and move our body, like that's such a beautiful wave on this planet. It's the time of the artist, the creative, the seer, the shaman, the mystic, where we just open again to this beautiful expression of our uniqueness, because that's what it's all about. All of us have a unique blueprint. And when we can freely allow that and we all collaborate together, that's the harmonic symphony of the universe in unique expression of the individual through that. It's absolutely beautiful. And I feel like that's what this energy feels like and speaks into. And it's like, how can we allow that to move through our own body? How can we dismantle all the constructs of how we've been told that should look and what that actually is, and just allow it to move as it wants to? When you anchor really deeply into listening in the body and just allow what wants to come through and what feels good, life often looks very different to what we've been taught that it should. So we're really just moving everything out of the way that blocks us from allowing that uniqueness and allowing ourselves to be that vulnerable as well, because it is a vulnerability. In a lot of ways, it feels that way. Yeah. What a beautiful energy to harness within the body. And always asking the mother, the great mother, the earth, to come in and help you with anything that's moving through, because the mother is the Kundalini. The Kundalini is the great mother, and it's how we experience the light of creation, the life force through our actual body and through our consciousness, to enlighten our consciousness. That is the energy that enlightens our consciousness from within. So really speaking to that, that's why it's so powerful to come into your own body, because it's the vessel through which that consciousness wishes to uniquely express. And there has to be that innate divine connection through respect and appreciation. Takokaya kiana utasha. I'm so grateful for you. And please, if you share an experience, drop a comment. And if you feel like these conversations would resonate, then please do share. I'm just calling in aligned souls and those who need, to feel a little bit of belonging as well. A lot of us have had a pretty tough journey with family, and even if that's not in a way of past trauma and really bad stuff, what about the effects since the whole awakening, since we may have gone deeper into who we truly are? This path requires us to walk our talk, to set boundaries, and often it's our family who, they want to hold us to an old version. There can be a lot of tension in the family. We don't always feel like we belong in our own family on this path. I don't. My mum and dad kicked us out at the beginning of this year because I'm too different, and because my partner doesn't wear shoes and wanted to sleep in a tent in February, so my dad thought he'd lost his mind or something. We just have to accept people for where they're at. And, I can feel that there's a lot of support available when we tune into others who are like-minded, when we tune into those who are opening their heart, sharing advice, wisdom, themselves, whatever people are sharing, their creativity, right? To just be authentic in who you are and trust that is always enough, and that's what you have to offer this world in some form or the other. So whatever you're doing today, whenever you find this, you may find this out of time. All messages are timeless, essentially. The message is in the consciousness, and that is non-linear. But yeah, it's a powerful time right now, 2025. I thought last year was the catalyst, and it was in many ways. But this is only as the build-up to this. So nourish your beautiful body. I love you. Till next time.